I'm John Lively. I'm from Lake Worth, Florida, which is the West Palm Beach area of South Florida. And I'm 64, I'll be 65 in July. And also wanted to be, hopefully to get on the Worst Bakers, so you'll have somebody a little bit older. So there's nobody older that gets on these shows. So I'd like to be the first senior citizen, as you can see. But I'm going to attempt to cook a carrot cake from scratch. And why am I doing this? To hopefully get on the show, The Worst Bakers in America. And why do I want to be on that show? So I can actually learn how to bake things, bake goods for my family, my wife, and actually put smiles on their faces as they eat my extravaganzas out of the oven. So I'm really looking forward to having you experience this voyage with me, and let's see where it goes. What I'm doing now is putting all the ingredients on the island so I can readily have the ingredients to put in my carrot cake. I'm lining them up right here. In addition to getting all of the ingredients, which I'm going to have all lined right here, most important, of course, carrot cake, carrots, is also to get all the utensils. When I say utensils, I mean the cooking pans and the main ingredients, the mixer, the mixing bowls. This big thing in here, okay, boom. God, Kathy. Whoa! Whoa! God. Oh, God. I guess this is the hard part. Okay. I'll plug it so the viewers won't have to see the cord staring in the eye of the whole recording. Okay. And I'll also need some attachments here. Now I have the mixer bowls, and what I'm going to be doing right now is a little prep work. Getting the butter, which is not hard prep work, getting that to room temperature, the cream cheese to room temperature, and then cutting them. So once we start this, I'll be able to show you, the viewers, easily when I'm done. You're not going to be there every second, but you're going to be knowing what I was doing every second. So let me get to work on that, and we'll be right back. What I'm doing is getting all the ingredients measured out to make the process go quicker, not only quicker, but smoother as we're going along here. So I need 2 1/4 cups of unbleached all-purpose flour. Okay. So what I'm doing now is pre-measuring a cup here, and then I'm going to sift it. You see how lumpy, over the camera, flour is supposed to be smooth. And what I'm going to do is make it smooth by using a sifter. Okay, here's your basic sifter, not that big. Easy to handle, somewhat easy to handle. Okay. It works. I'll be doing a little cleanup later in the kitchen. I can see that coming. Let me work over here. What we're going to do is put just a little bit of extra in, because I seem to have a little bit of loss there. Okay, nobody said this was easy, and this is like step 1. Okay. Just do one back. I think in hindsight, the next time I do this, I'll have a larger thing for this sifter to work with. I think I'll even have my flour places that it shouldn't be. Okay, here we go. You can see the flour as I'm going. You can't see it from there, but those lumps are just going away. No lumps in my flour. Okay, still got a 1/4 cup to go, and as I said, I better put just a touch extra to make it come out to the exact amount of 2 1/4 cups, because we have had your usual spillage. Chef's nightmare. Okay, so I roll. Flour looks like. Put that up. We're not going to clean up till we're done, because we don't want you to have to view that as we're working along here. Right here. Oops. Okay. Lumps are going. Lumps are gone. We've now prepped 2 1/4 cups of unbleached flour. One thing, we'll do the carrots last. We have the all-purpose flour here. Now we need 2½ teaspoons, that's more like it, 2½ teaspoons of baking soda. A lot of people ask why we need baking soda when we cook. You'll have to ask somebody else because I really don't know the answer. Okay. Take another measuring cup. 3/4 of a teaspoon, very light. Teaspoon is not big. 2 teaspoons of something that will make a little flavor into this carrot cake. The infamous cinnamon. Okay. 2 tablespoons or teaspoons, a big difference there. Teaspoons. Teaspoons, of course, being the smaller of the two. What's that look like? Baking powder. Baking powder right here. What do we need? How much baking powder do we need here? Baking powder. Baking powder. 2½ teaspoons. Okay, 2½ teaspoons. What we'll do is we'll clean up this little gadget here. We measured so well the first time, we'll just measure it again. Baking powder. A lot of people love baking powder. It's good to keep everything in color, that way you won't be confused. This is called baking soda, 3/4. Okay. Put a half. Then you take a quarter. 1/2 and a quarter, 3/4. Okay, we got the baking. That's done. So now, ground cloves. Wow, ground cloves. I can't, got ground nutmeg, ground cloves. How much do we need of the ground cloves? 1/4 of a teaspoon. Some of this stuff you don't know why, since it's so small, but everything has a flavor to it, I presume. Now what we'll do here, okay, put this, the ground cloves, everything's, I think it's kind of hard to open today. Oh God. Bear with me, I gotta open it. Here. What do we need? Where am I? I'm at cloves. 1/4 teaspoon. Smiling. Okay. We're lining this arsenal up here. Got the cloves. A pinch of nutmeg. Do we even have nutmeg here? We certainly do. But I think I can graduate. I'm gonna just open it because we know what a pinch is. Learned that on Rachel Ray. Also on the Food Channel, Rachel Ray. Okay. Okay, I'm ready for a pinch there. Nutmeg pinch. Okay. 1 cup of sugar, 1/2 teaspoon of salt. I think we can I think a lot of us have known the salt. We can figure that out. We can just blend in with the salt. Okay. We got the nutmeg, we got the salt, a whole cup of sugar. 1 cup of sugar. Okay, let's see what kind of sugar. I guess 1 cup of sugar, that would be your regular sugar. Now let's say the word sugar on the package. It'll just say the word S-U-G-A-R. We got 3 different types of sugar. Later on we'll be using confectionery sugar, and we have light brown sugar, and here's just plain old sugar. Okay, give it full sugar. Okay, I should label these, but I think we know what we're talking about here. Sugar is set. Now we're getting to that brown sugar. 1 1/4 cups of brown sugar. Brown sugar. Okay, cup of that. 1 1/4 cups of brown sugar. Okay. The brown sugar, we went with the light brown sugar. I usually get scissors to open it. Not outdated at all, though this sugar is hard as a rock down here. Okay, I'll have to beat it with this. A lot of times when this happens, you'll just get a spoon and do a little pounding here. Yeah. Not the very lumpy sugar here. I'm going to get up here. This is 4 large eggs. What I'm going to do is make sure the eggs are not cracked prior to using them. Okay. 1. And then what you do, you just discard. Boom. 1, 2, are we doing over there? Boy, this prep work is something else. 1, 2, 3, 4 eggs. Sticky hands again. Camera over there, getting the stickiness off. Okay. 4 eggs. Let me just see what it says about the eggs here. It says just 4 large eggs. You see them as I see them. Okay, now we're rolling. Pure vanilla extract or vanilla bean paste. We're going to go with the vanilla extract. I love the taste of vanilla extract. Okay, I'm opening up that vanilla extract. I know where to find it. It's right there. Half a cup of butter. 1.5 cups of vegetable oil. How much of that vegetable oil do we need? 1 and 1/2 cups. Okay. I think this is going to be some dessert when we're done. Okay, background, that's the dogs just thinking about eating this cake later. Okay, carrot cake. Okay, I'll have to measure this as we go. Okay. Almost drained this of our vegetable is almost gone. Cup of buttermilk. Okay, I think we did get buttermilk. Okay. Doing now the instructions, and not the instructions, of course, the recipe that I'm going by. 1 cup of pecans or walnut pieces. I went with the walnuts rather than the pecans, pecans. These are walnuts. And what I'm going to be doing now is toasting them. How do we toast, you ask? That's the question I would always ask. Apparently, not apparently, you get a skillet. That skillet get hot. You don't put anything in it at all. You just let it a little warm, because in a second we're going to put these things in there. We're going to flip them up in the air, let them sit, and we're done. Okay. Right now is what I'm doing. I am toasting the walnuts. Oh, I always forget one thing. After I get these walnuts toasted, we'll move on to carrots. How could I forget carrots in a carrot cake? But I would have, but I'd have picked it up later. A little upset that I forgot the carrots. What you want to do is just kind of shake this a little bit. It's about 2 minutes to toast walnuts, and probably about 2.5 minutes if these were pecans. Okay. Excellent job of doing that. After that, always turn off the oven. That's done. Then let me get back to what I forgot. Okay. I think we have everything ready to rock and roll here except the carrots. Now the carrots, what we did, we're going to be using a whole pound of carrots in this carrot cake. Whole pound is like 5 large carrots. What we're going to do is we're going to shred them. I always forget something. The thing I forgot today was to preheat, well, not only preheat to turn on the oven, to preheat it. So I'm going to hit start. I'll hit bake, and then I'll hit start. And preheating the oven for 350. Luckily for me though, by forgetting the oven and forgetting the carrots, it should kind of time out perfectly here. I'll be finally shredding the carrots. And I'll be using a gadget like this, and it's got all the different shredding. We'll be using the fine. We'll have a bowl under here to catch everything. So that's what I'm doing now. While you're away, I'm washing, and then I'm peeling carrots, and then I will be doing the shredding of carrots. Thank you. Show you then. Here's the carrot cake. Of course, will have the carrots, even though I forgot it early. Here's what I've done here. I found out early on that I've done some fine grating and some grating that wasn't so fine. So hopefully when people eat it, it'll all kind of blend in with the cake. But there is my carrots to go. So let me get back. Next thing I'm going to do is spray 2 cake pans with non-stick baking spray. Okay, I can do that. Got the 2 cake pans here, and what you want to do prior to, I do have a, can I go off camera here? I do have a question. When you do these pans, you want to put the parchment in, but that's, you put the parchment and the baking things over. Okay, now I'll have to figure it out myself. Okay, preheat oven, did that. Spray, cut 2 rounds of parchment things. We're going to do the spray, and then we're going to put parchment on top of the spray. Okay. What's a silicone spatula? What's a silicone spatula? A silicone spatula. That's a new one on me. Okay. As we drizzle in the oil, whisk. As you drizzle in the oil, drizzle in the oil. Here we go. Now that was just drizzled in, but now I'm going to get back to using that whisk again. I'm on because that buttermilk is in there. You just want to make sure we get all that buttermilk out. Now that buttermilk was, while we were away, we kept that buttermilk chilled because we don't want anybody getting sick eating our carrot cake. It's one thing if they don't like the taste, it's another if we harm them. So here we go. Okay. I was still whisking. The camera's still going. So what we've got now, we've got the carrots, and I'm going to put those carrots in as soon as I find a silicone spatula. Now that we have the word down, we should be rolling along here. Okay, add the carrots and half the nuts. Where'd those nuts go? I'm going to find me some nuts. I put the nuts somewhere. Okay, I'm off to get a spatula now as I'm learning where we are here. I'm turning my head on, you don't mean to. Trying to find, this will work. Is this a spatula? No. Guess that won't work. With orange today. Okay. What we're going to do now, we're going to add half the carrots and half the nuts. Okay. Carrots. We're just going to take half the carrots. No more, no less. I'm going to blend them in. Does that look about half the carrots to you? I think it does. You're going to just be eyeballing that, and you just throw a few extra. Always be short on the other end. And then half the nuts. Now after we put in half the nuts, we're going to go use that spatula. And then we're going to blend them in. We're mixing well right now. Mixing well. As you can see, by adding the carrots, we're turning the yellow into orange. That is probably why we're using this orange spatula, to show you the colors. Beautiful colors. Hands, and what we're doing right now is the other half. So the first half, continually keep your where you're working clean. That's very important, especially on the food channel. Really got on people. I've been a little sloppy back here, but I'm keeping that out of your view. So what I'm doing now is this is a dry mixture from way back when. Remember we had trouble with that brown sugar in here. So now we're going to add everything, the other half, and we're going to mix it. Now we're going to mix it with a different spatula. Okay, we're going to mix it. They want me to mix. We're not going to whisk, we're going to mix. We're going to mix this in with the bent spatula. Okay, we're going to go with the eggs. These are the carrots in the dry mixture. Make sure you get every carrot out, because in case we short ourselves when we did half and half, we don't want to screw up on you. Well, part of the language there, screw up on the other end here. Okay, now the rest of those nuts. Okay, before we mix, we're going to clear off the counter here. Oh, found something we missed here. I guess that was the nutmeg. We'll put that in now. Remember when we put this in the spoon here? We must have forgotten that with the dry. I guess here was some more. We forgot some of this stuff. Okay, there you go. Then we got all the dry stuff together. Because that way if we missed any dry stuff, we just picked it up just now. We're using a different spatula. And we're mixing the, boy, this looks good. It smells, let me smell. That's good smell. You really can't tell. Really can't tell the smell when we cook it. It doesn't have the I'm ready to be eaten taste yet, or look yet, or smell yet. Okay. As we're doing that, we're going to cheat and look ahead. Because I know we're going to blend it. I think we're going to blend the two together. Okay, we're going to add the egg mixture right here to the flour mixture and mix well. We're going to scrape the sides and bottom of the bowl. There will be no lumps of flour. Got that? No lumps of flour. Okay. We are going to use a mixer. For a minute there, I just thought they were going to trust me as a mixer, but apparently not. This is a mixer here in front of you. This is the other liquid. Now it's said to this recipe writer said to, this is the, I like using this apparatus, not sure what it is, but I think it's a good one. Don't really use a mixer a lot here, well, as you can tell. Okay, stuff starts flying out, we'll be in trouble. Got that usual little, we're on like slow, we're on the, what they refer to as the stir phase, the stir, not really the phase, the stir gear. Here we go, this is going to be so exciting. I hope it doesn't come up and get me in the face, but so far so good. All right, this seems to be working. It's blending as we talk. Now the next step, what I'm going to do, I'll be putting half of this in one pan, half in the other. We'll be baking it 35 to 40 minutes, and we'll do the old toothpick test at the end. Now everybody knows what the toothpick test. Toothpick in, comes out, good to eat. Toothpick go in, have goo on it, not ready. So that's what I'm doing, is making sure there's no dry flour or lumpy flour. I think the flour was not a problem to us. We had trouble with the brown sugar. So that was our problem. But this looks like really good stuff here. I mean, give me another minute and we'll be ready to pan them. Let me show you the pans, what I've done. Here's the pans. They're ready to go. You see they're both the same size. That's very important for cooking. So, and you see where the parchment is cut out and ready to roll here. After we do that, we're going to raise the mixer. Raise her up. Whoa, does that look good? What we're going to do, there's the two pans here. We're going to fill half in each one. Okay, take it off the mixer. Okay. Pour. I'm pouring. Luckily with me, I'm going to be eyeballing that half. You can see those carrots in there. I'm going to get a spoon out to make sure we cover it. Oh, I guess I could use a spatula. Probably better than a spoon. Now a spoon, that way it won't scratch your fine cooking utensils. Just use a spatula. This one has been through the wars, as you see here. Okay. Okay. I think we got a half and half. Yeah, it looks finger looking good. We should give a little bit to the animals to see if they like it, but we won't because we keep sweets away from them. Okay. I was just kind of cleaning up here and getting ready to make the frosting, and then I noticed we had a little blue, and you were with me when we were putting the cinnamon in, and apparently we forgot to load the cinnamon into the carrot cake. It might be missed, might not be missed. We hope it won't be missed. Yeah, I think that is cinnamon. So we'll go from there, and hopefully the people won't miss the cinnamon. So keep your fingers crossed on that. We'll maybe go get some extra nuts or something in the cake for flavoring. So I just was thinking cinnamon is a key part. So I put it on top of the two pans in the oven and kind of stirred it up. So hopefully that'll work, and the cinnamon will kind of blend in. The topping we're making is called a cream topping. Now that comes from the word sour cream. We're going to be using that sour cream, make that cream cheese. Strike the sour, it's cream cheese, I'm sorry, I'm from Philadelphia. Mix this cream cheese like 7 minutes, so that's going to be a while. So you'll be watching the mixer go. We're going to have butter, 1 or 2 pieces at a time of butter. Yeah, we didn't mix, this is one thing which we did not do earlier. You saw me put all the ingredients, and I got them out early to put in, which caused the accident with the cinnamon because I kind of lost it in transit. But this is, we use 20 ounces of cream cheese. So here's this one. So there's 16 ounces in this one. We're going to put it in plus 4 from the other. We saved some beef on this one. We got the one third less fat. So we're going to get a healthy carrot cake here. Okay, we're going to put this. You're going to load this up. Now what happens on the mixer, you want to make sure it's fitted, otherwise it'll be flying out at you. Okay, seems to be fitted. 20 ounces here, 16 here and 4 others. So here we go. Hopefully it'll come out in a much better cake than otherwise. You know, we hope it's going to be good. Okay, I need 4 more ounces. Let's see here. We got how many ounces in here? Yeah, about half of this. Okay. I think that my carrots, when I left some out, I just did a feeling that I had enough carrots in there, and we're going to find out later. I might be a little short on the carrots, and we'll also find out if you can just put the cinnamon on top, the dry cinnamon, whether that works, or you'll get penalized for not having that lovely cinnamon flavor. Okay, now what we've done here, we have the cream cheese. Now we've got to go back and we have to put the butter in here. Okay, how much butter do we use? Just a little bit of butter, 3 sticks. I mean, that's not a big problem. But first we have to find the butter. The butter, we've left it out because of they also want to be room temperature as well. So it is room temperature. Well, what I'm doing now is making sure that nothing goes up on the sides and it's all mixing. Don't worry, I will not forget the sugar, because that would be a catastrophe. This shows you the finishing of Joe. This is going to be so good. I can just tell, just falling right off of the mixer blade here. I'll be cleaning that up and putting that in the refrigerator while we wait for the cake. The cake still has about 20 more minutes, and it still has to cool for about another 7 to 10. I'll pick the worst cake and put it at the bottom. The worst, I mean, one of those is going to look better than the other. That's the way it'll be. I'll put the worst one on the bottom, and I'll put this on top of it as the middle layer of the frosting. And then at the top, I'll put more frosting on. And then if I have any extra, I'll put a little bit on the sides. I don't think we're as much into how it looks as to how it tastes. So hopefully that'll work, and that's where we are right now. So hang in there with us. We're getting there, gang. Okay. Both of the carrot cakes are done, completed. I'm going to take them out and let them cool. We're 7 to 10 minutes here. I did we'll stick a toothpick in so you can confirm that I'm right on taking them out here. You have a long toothpick to stick in, out, nothing on it. Looks good to me. The important part now is getting that good icing on there, and here are the cakes, just fresh out of the oven. It looks good. I'll be putting the icing on that we've already seen me prepare. They're both kind of flat, and they both have that beautiful carrot cake color that everybody's so familiar with. So I think everything's looking good so far. I agree. You put the one you're not as comfortable with on the bottom. In my case, I'm going to put the one that's also flatter for the other piece to sit upon. And another reason we don't want people to see that, I'll just cover that little mishap that hopefully the camera didn't catch as well with the icing. And this one is a big firm one right there. So, and I'm not going to cheat and taste it because it looks good, smells good. So. What I'm going to be doing next is the icing. I've kept the icing chilled while I let the cakes finish and bring them out of the oven. So they're still smelling good. They're still just cooled off a little bit. I'll be putting this wonderful, I guess we call it icing or filling, whatever, between the cakes. This is to be in the middle. We're going to have plenty of it, so don't worry. Nobody's going to get cheated on their eating of the icing or the fill. And we'll have to patch up that little crack there, which we can do. I do have something to help just make it even. I can get some of this good stuff out. Oh yes. This looks almost too good to be true. My wife probably just can't wait to bite into this thing. Maybe not, but she will. does this look good? It looks like that I'll also have a little bit of extra to fill on the sides after we do the top. I don't have any extra nuts to put on top because we used them all in the body of the cake, so. Oh yes. I don't want to put too much because we don't want more than a mouthful really here. Done. Now hopefully this one doesn't break like the other one. Okay. Yes. Want to do that little pounding effect. Little dimples there. We're going to cover those dimples up with icing. Okay. Everybody's having fun now because I think the recipe was a little, just put a little bit too much icing on the thing. Oh my God, it's coming everywhere. I'm kind of glad my recipe didn't have a picture with it. One thing I found this recipe on Google is one of the choices on Google. God. I noticed Alton Brown had one too. I didn't take his because he had a picture with his. I think I'll look better once I get the sides done. Okay. It's all going to be, if I can just get the icing rounded, it'll look really good. It doesn't look really good now, but it will once the icing gets on. Here we go. I think I'm coming around. And a lot of times it's a taste, not the way something looks, is the perfection. And some people said it's bad to put the icing on the side because you don't get the full effect of the cake, but in my case, I probably want to hide the full effect here. Okay. I think I can make another cake, Kathy, with this one. I don't need to make any extra icing. I think we almost got it here. We're done. If you don't say anything, if you don't like that side, you can take the photo from this side. Thing's roaming here, Kathy. Thing's moving. The cake is alive. Oh, God. There we go. We might want it to sit a little bit because, wow. Could have been better in looks, but I'm sure it could not have been better in taste. Just hopefully that cinnamon took. Okay. Another successful cake. In this case, a carrot cake that was made on assignment. Okay. We've had a free fall while the cameras were away. Let me try to correct the free fall while. Shoot. I guess I had an icing problem. If this doesn't make you one of the worst bakers, I got a long way to go to move up that ladder. Okay.